Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope everybody's having a great day. We have a good start to the stock market today, especially with those Microsoft and Google earnings that are highly anticipating that could pose large signals to AI stocks and the AI industry as these top blue chip stocks are starting to get more involved within the AI atmosphere. Now, with that being said, C3.AI, a more speculative type AI stock, is actually accelerating as we speak, up about 5% at market open and at $40. Now, what we do have, we're going to be keeping a close eye specifically, is how the NASDAQ has opened, some new fundamentals about C3.AI with some changes to the business model that could positively affect this stock in the future, and how a positive earnings report, we're going to be seeing that at market close for Google and Microsoft, could be bullish for these other AI stocks that we've been talking about. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Hit that like button for the algorithm, subscribe for daily videos. Let's pop it up on the screen for you right here. You can see that C3.AI, like I said, up about 5% on the day and climbing, going past and going through that $40 zone. Now, C3.AI has been recently in trading history, has been kind of unstable, facing resistance in that $40 zone. We'll see if we do hold. You can see some resistance even forming right now at that $40 as it popped up here to about 40.40. Now kind of coming right back down right below 40, but up about 4.6%. Great to see at market cap at 4.62 billion. Big thing that we are looking at today as the NASDAQ has opened up higher. We have Microsoft and Alphabet, parent company of Google. They have the results on deck that we're going to be seeing soon. We have their announcement dates that are going to be post-market today on Tuesday. They both of them beat their last quarter earnings by expectations. Great to see there. Will this continue, and will this be a strong signal for the actual AI industry? One thing important, especially for C3.AI here, is you have their earnings coming up here in about the next month on August 30th. Now, if we look on August 30th, specifically how C3.AI, and going back here really quick to Google and Microsoft, these tech-heavy NASDAQ composites, they were up as many people are awaiting for their results to be put in. As shares on these rise, investors, they're prepared for positive earnings later, especially as you do have the Federal Reserve that's going to be discussing interest rates here in the near future. Now, many experts are predicting that interest rates will raise a little bit. We see predictions of about 25 basis points. However, these updates after these earnings, make sure you check back in on the channel after they close. They should really set the tone for how these other companies are going to respond. And also the Federal Reserve is going to have a big impact on that too. So with C3.AI, one thing that I did want to talk about is some great things that could be seen here, especially as the revenue growth is poised to accelerate. Now, 3 quarters ago, C3.AI was actually able to change its type of revenue type stream. And they switched from a new consumption-based pricing model through which it charges customers on hour per usage, basically. Rather than just a flat rate, it was charged to the older subscription model. This means as companies utilize more of their vCPU per hour, then they earn more revenue based on that. And what was cool about C3.AI right here is they actually introduced a 6-month pilot. Now, what the 6-month pilot did is they offered unlimited use for C3.AI, really unleashing its full potentials and seeing how companies could utilize it to its full potential and kind of gauge how much they were going to need it once they switched into this subscription-based model. Now, talking about that, with those revenue metrics, they do have profitability in sight. Now, this is coming from the CEO, coming from people within C3.AI, saying, hey, we do have profitability in sight, possibly by the end of the fiscal year of 2024, ended April 30th of 2024. What's great about that, especially with C3.AI right now, the revenue estimates for the next earnings are about 71.6 million, earnings per share at negative 0.17%. If we do see them beat earnings expectations, especially if you have Google and Microsoft that do accelerate this, then you could have C3.AI possibly coming in at higher evaluations, higher market caps, and things like that sort of sense, if this turns into a profitability type company. It's important to remember with some of these top big tech stocks that it takes a while for them to be profitable, especially with newer companies in general. So if they can switch with this new revenue-based model, charging kind of per hour of their vCPU usage, and they can achieve this non-GAAP adjusted profitability by the end of this fiscal year, I think we could see some green candle bars coming in for C3.AI, in my opinion. Now, of course, everything could change. We could switch the other way. It all really depends. If Google and Microsoft, if they do have a negative earnings report, then we could see a fall, large correction, and a repricing of these AI stocks. It's going to be something important to keep an eye on. We'll be keeping an eye on here, of course, in Data Dispatch. Take care, peace out, and I'll catch you guys very soon.